sorry about that. That was my gaming stream page. But hello, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. We're gonna be, don't mind the bird whistling in the background, I'm sorry. But we are going to be building media for our church service tomorrow. So we're gonna jump right in and get this build started. So let me switch over so you guys can see my screen. Like I usually say, we use Google Chrome Remote Desktop. So we do use that for our streaming. So I mean for building at home. So it makes it very, very nice that we can actually access it from a different location. So it's really nice. So I'm logged in now, so I'm just going to click this link right here. And it will ask you for a PIN number that you made up when you first opened it. So that shouldn't be right. There we go. All right. So we are now into the computer. Because our main screens are off, the computer screen becomes our audience screen. So all we have to do to be able to see what we're trying to do here is click this little X in the corner, and now we can have our master view here. So first thing, I'm going to rename this. I'm going to rename this to tomorrow's date. All right, and then I always go in and take out everything that we're not doing tomorrow. So this song can come out, this song can come out. Then I go to the message and I take out the scriptures from last week. So I go like this. You have to drag it on all of these that you want. And then you can just hit the backspace button. Takes all that out, so. One second. All right, and then I'm gonna go. The next thing I do is I check my pre-service and my post-service to make sure that everything is accurate. So, this is going to be replaced with a different picture because we finished this series called Well Adjusted. So that's going to get replaced with a promo slide for our next series, which actually starts next week. So this week is kind of its own message. It's not part of a series. We call it a standalone. So I'm going to disable this one for this week because we haven't been doing it on Saturday. We've been doing it on Tuesdays. So I need to make sure that's accurate before I put that back in. So I'm just going to disable that. Now, when you disable a slide, it will make it darker. If you click on it, it still will show on the screen. But by disabling it here in this specific area, because each of these slides is on a 15-second timer, so by disabling that, it will not automatically go to that one. It's going to skip that picture. It's going to skip that picture when we are actually live. So that is why we disable it there. It makes it easier so that if I do want to put it back in, all I have to do is enable it and it will start showing that one again. Now, if I just wanted it to show on the screen and something happened and say you disabled one because you didn't think you were going to use it this week, but then you actually want it, like in the moment, the pastor's like saying, like, can you pull up that slide? Like, you can just click on it and it still will show on the screen. So so then I just need to go to the post service, and these are all the same slides. So actually this is out of order though. It should be there. So we're going to replace that one and we'll just put this here. and disable for now. Everything else is the same. Okay. Our countdown video, we're going to keep it the same countdown video for this week. Oh, maybe we shouldn't. Hold on. Darn. I just remembered, yeah, with a standalone, we don't have a standalone kind of theme. So I'm going to have to change that, actually. I'll have to change it this week and next week, unfortunately. So I'll have to do that. We are doing Jesus Lifted Me. I believe we are starting with that one this week. Oh, so wait, that was right where it was. Alright, so let's put the rest of the songs in. Alright, so the second song we're doing is My Jesus. And we want the multi-tracks version of it. So we'll add it to playlist there. And then the last song we're doing is Praise. Did we not do this as a multi-track? Okay, looks like we didn't use the multi-tracks version. So we're going to download it in here because we are trying to switch over from doing CCLI to doing multi-tracks for everything. So we'll import this one. Everything looks right. So yes, we will import that. We'll put that after the worship video because that's what's going to go in the service. Okay, so now I go in and just double check some things. So on this first one, it says deep water in parentheses. That's because it's our arrangement that we have already created and that we use every week. And here it has a blank slide in the beginning, and it has this little music note thing right here, and that means that the macro is applied, so we're good on that one. That means that it's going to bring the lights up. It's going to tell the words to go on the bottom of the screen for the live stream. It'll go on the main screen for everybody to read in the building, and it's also going to show up on the confidence monitor in a certain setting, a certain way. So that's what it tells everything what to do. Now we'll go to My Jesus, and this one doesn't have the deep water next to it, so we're going to right click this one, go to arrangement, and we're going to click deep water. Now you'll see that everything is correct. And then we'll go to praise. So praise, since this was a newly added one this week, since we just added this in, the one thing I like to do while it's still in the master setting, I go to the bottom here, I hit the plus sign, which is add slide, and then add new blank slide, and then I right click it and turn this into an intro slide. And then I also, on every single song, I create one that is labeled blank. So that way, if there's a part of the song that has no talking or anything like that, and we want the words to come off the screen, then that way we can have that blank slide there, and we can just put multiple ones in. All we have to do is just drag another blank slide in, but at least that's created so that we can pull that in where we need it. So, so that is for that one. And now we can create a new arrangement. So we're going to go right here. Well, this is the arrangements button. And right here you can see that we're in master right now. So we're going to do a new arrangement. And I like my caps lock. Call me old, I like my caps lock. I see things just, it's easier on my eyes if things are in caps. I don't know why, but that's how my brain works. So, so we're doing that, and then we are taking out these two, and we're gonna move the intro slide right here to the beginning. And then we'll just leave the blank at the end. I think it's going to go right here. I believe that's where it needs to go. But the rest of the song is straightforward, maybe before the bridge. So if I need a new one before the bridge, up here where it says groups, this is all the different parts of the song that you can pull from. This is your actual song arrangement. So whatever you put in here is going to be in your slides. Up here is just all the different pieces of the song. It's like puzzle pieces, but you can, like, you know, duplicate one. So all you do is grab it and pull into your main area where you want it to be. So right before the bridge right there. And that should be good. That song should be set. Then I go back to the first slide, the intro slide, and I take the macro and apply it right there. And make sure it's on the other ones. Yes. Okay, so I did notice, I think this one was good. I noticed on the second song, see how these are 3 lines? So when we put this on the screen at church, so right here, this is our confidence monitor. This is our live stream, what's showing on the live stream. The reason it says that is because our cameras are not on at the moment because no one's at the church. So, well, my husband's down there, but he's not upstairs. So we don't have the cameras on right now. So that's why that's showing that. That's our camera capture card brand. So it's telling us there's no signal. Our confidence monitor is what's on the back of our booth, so that we can see from the stage what the lyrics are. So what this is doing right here, the yellow right here, is the next line of the song. So as you can see, we're on the blank slide. So this is the next line of the song that we're going to sing. Then when we go to this next line like this, you'll see that white is what we're actually singing right now. And then we also have a glimpse into the next slide. So that way, if the person doing slides is a little bit slower, or, you know, they're not clicking in exactly the right time, we always know we're 1 line ahead so that we know what to sing next. So that's just a little tip. So as you can see, this one right here is too long because, look, if I were to put it on this one, see how we put our lyrics at the bottom of the screen like this. Now when we go to this line, it's cut off. So that's because we have too many lines on there. So we try to keep it to 2 lines per slide. Then that won't happen. It won't get chopped off. So to fix this, we go to reflow, which is your best way. If you do edit, you can do it from edit. But when you do it from edit, you run the risk of moving the text box, because when you go to double click it, sometimes you'll click and then you'll drag by accident, which I've done many times on here. So, because I used to edit everything that way before I knew about reflow. So when I change the songs now, I use reflow because there's a lot less room for error, we'll put it that way. So you don't run the risk of moving the text box so that when it goes to one slide, it'll be in a certain spot, and then on the next slide, it'll be like a tiny bit of a jump in the lyrics, and that would drive me insane. I'm very particular about how I like things. So, so we're gonna go to reflow, and as you can see, all the slides are right here and lined up, and you can see them over here as well. So we want this very first line. It is already 2 lines, but we need to split this. So what you're gonna do is insert slide break, and you're gonna click that, and that's gonna bring that next line, everything after your cursor, to a new slide. So as you can see here, it actually created a new slide for us. And then slide 5, so this one, you put it at the end of feeling because that's where I want it to split, and then I do insert slide break, and you'll see now it's 2 slides. So that's just what you want to do. So 10 is showing us 3, so we'll go to 10, and even though it might not look like it over here, you want to go by what it looks like on here. So we're going to split it there. 19. Actually, and it's good to actually know the song because you want it to flow in a way where it's not going to be like in the mid like phrase when you're jumping to another slide. So here, this would break it up. So like, who can wipe away the tears from broken dreams and wasted years until the past. So I think I would rather have who can wipe away the tears, slide break. Now I want wasted years to go up to this slide. So all you do is put it there, like put the cursor there, and then you hit the backspace button. That's gonna bring that whole line up to your slide before it. Broken dreams and wasted years, and then a slide break there. So I think that flows a lot better. So that's what we're gonna do there. And then 23, we're gonna break up. 26. Okay, 34. Take my cross to Calvary, pay the price for all my guilty. Who would care that much about me? Let me tell you about. Okay. Rising up from an empty grave. Okay. These are good. These are all good. Okay. So that song's good. And then if you want to do another song from here, so I'm going to check on praise because I'm pretty sure I saw some in the beginning. Yeah, there's some 3-liners here. So we'll go to the beginning and start looking for them. And after you do it for a while, they will really stick out to you as you're going through them. Because you'll get so used to seeing 2 lines that when you see a 3-liner, you'll definitely realize it. Because you're faithful. You're sovereign. Because you're faithful. I think that was it. Alright, so we're good on that one. Did I check these last week? I believe I did. We did this song last week as well. Okay, that one's good. Alright, so now we'll go back to show. The songs are all done. I need to see if I have a praise worship video, which I think I do. So over here is my media that I can pull into here. So these are my worship videos that I have. Brandon, Kings. Not sure what this one is. So if I want to go see what's actually on the stage screen, I can go to main TV right here. Oh, wait, clear the lyrics off there. There we go. Oh, it's To You We Sing. I don't know if that's the one I want to do. Which one do I want? I thought I had a praise one. I might look up a new one. We haven't switched up our videos in a while. Yeah, I'm gonna look up a new one, so I'll replace that after stream. And then let's see. Oh, I gotta make all new ones for those ones. Oh my goodness. I'll do that later. Actually, I need to do it now that I think of it. So I'm going to go into Canva. Go to my projects. And I believe it was here that I had our main church slide. Yes, it is. So it's this one. So I want to go back now. Back to home. Actually, I could just close this. I'm going to make a new one. These are under presentation. So create presentation. And then you can go here to projects and you can actually pull in that same slide. So I'm going to go in here and find that slide and pull it in. Okay, so that'll be our main one that we're going to use. And then I'm going to call this no theme or no series. Okay, so it'll be that one, and then I'm going to duplicate this page. Excuse me. And then I'm gonna do this. And then center that up like that, and that'll be for our scriptures and stuff. So I think that's how we'll do it. And then I'll duplicate this one more time. Duplicate. And I might just get rid of this so I can just have the background. Yes, that is what I'm going to do. So, now I'm going to hit share, download. All of them. Download. Okay. So we'll let them download. And then let's unzip this. Okay. And then I'm going to go to a website that I use called WeVideo. I love this website. It is an online video creation service. WeVideo sign in. Use my Google. Continue. Okay. Alrighty, and now I'm gonna go to Who Are You and edit this. I'm going to go to uploads. Can I create a folder here? No. Okay, so add upload media. Browse files, no series, and I'm going to put all 3 of these in here. There they are. So we'll just do we'll replace this. So now now we hit export, Who Are You, and I'm going to do no series, video, and then we're going to do full HD and export. Alright, and then you just do that and you can come back to it. Like, you don't have to sit there and wait for it. So now we'll do offering. So I'm going to edit this. I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to go in here, replace, just double check. Perfect. Offering no series. Video and full HD export. Okay. Perfect. Now we can be done with that. And then my countdown video, do I have that in here? My countdown video might be different. Okay, so that's good though. So I'm gonna do, in the playlist area here in my media, I'm gonna hit the plus button and hit new playlist, and I'm gonna do no series. Okay, I'm gonna import. Oh wait, it's not saved on here. Cancel. It's not saved on the Mac. So I need to go get it. So I'm gonna do the same type of thing. We're gonna go to Canva. Excuse me. We're gonna go to projects. No series. And we're going to share, download, PNG, custom. Don't want this one, we just want those two because I already have this picture. Download. And then while we're here, I will bring up video. Sign back in again. Okay, and then if you go to these and see view, it's still processing, so it'll be a few minutes. So we'll give that some time, and then we'll bring this down. Let's import these. Go to Finder, Recents, cancel this, Finder, Downloads. If you just double click it, it opens it up for you. So now we can actually just take these two in here and drag them. Shoot, no. Because there's something else with these names on them already. Move. Okay. So I don't want to do it that way. I want to rename these real quick. Rename. Blue. Background. And rename this one Scripture. No series. Okay, cool. Now we can drag these in. Cool. Cool. Now we can take, oh, you know what I should do? Bring this over. Go to announcements, which I believe is where this is. Yes. We'll pull that here. And then we're going to go and modify our theme for our scriptures. So I'm going to do theme DCC, which is our church acronym. And I'm going to edit theme. I'm going to edit. I'm going to duplicate this. And I'm going to call this one no theme scripture, or scriptures no theme. Okay. And then this picture in the back is what I want to change. So right here is the picture. So I'm going to go to choose, go here, and open. And now it just replaced the picture. And then I'll just make sure the text box fits inside there in a good way. And then that should be it. The only thing... Oh, no, that won't mess me up. Okay, never mind. I was just thinking that something might mess me up, but it's not. Okay. That's not what I want this. Let's go check our videos. View. Still processing. Goodness. Okay, that's taken a while. We'll put our scriptures in then. Okay. So, let's go to the Bible. And first we're actually going to go to message so that they go underneath the message. And let me pull up the scriptures for tomorrow. Someone sent them to me, so. My goodness, there's so many. Psalm 150, 6. Then we do save as, save the playlist, and tomorrow's playlist. There we go. Okay, John 4:24. John 4:24. Same thing. No, it's not what I wanted. No, it's not going to be in the right spot again. Okay. Isaiah 25:1. Psalm 103:1. Second Samuel 7:22. Acts 16:25. Romans 6:23. Matthew 6:14-15. Mark 11:25. Whoa. Mark 11:25. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Ephesians 4:32. Revelation 12:10. And Galatians 5:16. Okay, that is a lot of scriptures. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How do I get 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. We're good. We good. Alright. So now we'll go back to show. And we're going to go to message. And now we're going to start pulling things in. So we're going to, first of all, copy this one. Okay. We're going to take the scripture, put it right here, right click, and paste. Then we're going to come down here and delete it. That easy. And we just do it over and over again. It's very methodical. But it's kind of like relaxing in a way. Unless you mess up, then it's frustrating. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Message. Now with these, you have to do them in order, otherwise they will copy the same order that you highlight them. So if you highlight them backwards, they'll appear backwards up here. So you have to be very precise with it. Whoa, what am I doing? Okay, paste. This here, and paste. Message. Ephesians, paste, Revelation, and paste, delete, Galatians, paste, and delete. Okay, now we're going to go in here, we're going to highlight just the scriptures, and you can only do the ones that are connected. So, so you're going to do as many as you can, and then you're going to right-click, themes, DCC, scriptures no theme, which is the one we created. Then we're going to right-click it again, add action, macro, default collection, and scripture. So, pretty simple. Let me just do that. And then if you want to pull a macro this way, you can also do it that way. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You just make sure every scripture gets edited properly. And you're all set. Macro, default, scripture, and then we'll do these separately with the macros, so I'll do those, and then I'm just going to pull these over. If they're by themselves, it's sometimes easier just to do it that way. Okay. Then the last thing we do with the scripture part, well, no, next to last thing we do with scriptures is we go to edit. No, we don't. Not yet. Yes, we do. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, we go to edit. Trying to think of the order that I do things in. We're going to go to the first scripture. We're going to right click the box and we're going to push this down to the bottom. And we're going to do that on every single one, and we're going to try to make them all even. So I'm going to try to get it like right there where these are just about to touch. Because I think if you hit it one more time, it goes under. So we'll do it there. We're just going to do this to every scripture. Now this one, I believe is faithfulness and truth are on the second page. So we're going to do, first of all, we're going to push this down. And we're going to type in faithfulness and truth. And then, why does this do this? Just do that. Yeah. That looks better. We can delete that second slide. Alright. And then this one we can just push down. Same with this one. Now these are together, but they are not the same scripture, so that's okay. We'll put them on separate slides since they're two different scriptures, even though they're being read together. This one ends on a word that looks like it continues, which it does. So when it's a longer one, I usually go in here and copy. I'll go back over here and I'll paste. And put a space there. And then what I'm going to do with this one, actually I can probably make it fit. Hold on. Yeah, it kind of looks bad though. Alright, so we'll do this. We'll make all of this just a tiny bit smaller. Which means I need to drag this over so I can see the arrow. Now, if I push this down and push it over, darn. Maybe if I push it over, no, that didn't work. What's this size? 94. So we'll do the same thing with this one. Maybe that'll help. Still not helping. Alright, we gotta do all of it a little bit smaller. Whoa. Why is it doing that? There we go. I mean, I think that's as close as we're gonna get it. It's been really funky, this. I don't know. Oh well, that's gonna have to do. Okay. Alright, that's it for the scriptures. Then we'll go to our stage editor where we're going to change the scriptures here on the back screen so that the speaker knows what scriptures they gave us so they don't forget. So now we gotta type all these in again. Psalm 150, verse 6. John 4:24. Isaiah. Yes, right? 25:1. Psalm 103:1. 2 Samuel 7:22. Acts 16:25. Romans 6:23. Matthew 6:14-15. Mark 11:25. Ephesians 4:32. Revelation 12:10. And Galatians 5:16. Okay. Whee! Goodness. That's a lot of scriptures. Alright. Now, announcements I want to do. So, I need to enable this one because we have birthdays this week, I believe. Let me check. For birthdays. Our church is still small enough where we're able to recognize people for their birthdays. Obviously, if it was bigger, would be a little difficult to do. But, this week coming up is going to be the 2nd through the 8th. So we have, I'm going to go in here and edit. And I'm going to do, I know this person had a birthday. This person does. And that's it for this week. That is it for this week. Okay. So then we can go back to show. Actually, I'm going to edit this again. Now show. Oh, I need to change the background on that too. This. We'll change it to we could do that one. That one. Yeah, maybe we'll do it that way. Get a little more fun. Alright. This can come out. This can come out. I need to go back into Canva. and make, I can check on these now. View. It's done. So download and done, and then view, download, done. Wait, did it download? Yeah. Alright, let's go back to the home screen. Let's go to our projects. I'm gonna go into announcements. Come off stream for just 1 second. Okay. I think I had one for this event that I'm looking for. Yeah. Alright, so the date of this is the 12th this year. And I believe I have a picture of our roadside prayer icon that we do at church. Should be somewhere in here. Aha. Background remover. Cool. I'm gonna do it like that. And then maybe have these. One here. And then duplicate it and put one over here. Okay. And then this one, maybe we'll do an effect on it so it's a little different. Not that one. Maybe like that. centered. I want it centered. Position. That's always helpful. Push it down a little bit. Cool, cool, cool. All right. All right, so I want to download this picture. So this page and PNG download. Actually, no. That was wrong. I need to split this in half. We need to do the parade, and we need to do... Actually, I'll make it two separate things. So... I'm just gonna boot this. No. I'm gonna do September Fest Parade. September 12th. And we'll do that, this thing again, and the effect on it, the hollow effect. But we'll make this a little different, because we're going to delete this and delete this. And then I think we have a AI generated picture of what the... Hold on 1 second. I gotta find this message, because someone sent me, we had a church meeting, and we did, had like an AI generated picture of what we wanted the float to look like for the parade. Maybe I'll just ask her to send it to me. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that. I'm trying to find it. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm gonna put a different picture on this. Let's get a background for now. We're gonna do a lemonade theme. So I'd like the background to be like a lemonade kind of theme. then change these to like a green. I think I'll put this here and this here. And then I'll put the picture that we had we plugged it into Chat GPT or something and had them create a picture of a float for us so that we could, oh, she sent it to me. All right, let me send it to myself real fast. I'm gonna send it to myself. Where's my text chat with myself? There we go. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. So I sent it to myself. Let me change my screen over. I'm gonna put it like this so I can log into my Facebook really quickly. And grab that picture. Whoa. Why does it look like this? This is weird looking. Okay. Oh. Wasn't my personal page. There we go. Okay. All right. Now I can add it in. So this is our rendering that we kind of came up with. That we want to do it based on the Forrest Frank song Lemonade. So this is not exactly how it's gonna look. It'll be a little different, but I think it's a cool idea. So that's what we're gonna do. I want to be on this one. Uploads. I'm gonna upload the picture. So it'll be back up at the top. this should all go on. We don't need the date. We'll announce this one second. So we won't need the date. And then we'll put this picture here. Sign up to decorate. And decorate or walk. That's good. I think I want to change the background though. I don't really like that one. Maybe it should be more like this. No. Definitely not. Maybe I'll just look up yellow. There we go. Like something, maybe like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this and put these. That way we can stretch this out a little bit. Maybe I will actually, instead of an effect like that, maybe we'll do the background like this. So that way I can put it wherever I want. Like down here, which is where I really want to do it. See, sometimes you just gotta work things out. Play around with it a little bit, work it out, and then you'll come up with a final thing that you're happy about. Effects. I want to do it here too. Then it looks better. Cool. Okay. Ooh. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me go get her. My bird just flew off. 1 second. She just got super scared. Okay, so now we'll save this one. Okay, just this page. Download. Okay. Now we should be able to go back to Propresenter. Oh goodness, no. There's something else. We have a lot of announcements tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to. So my dad is doing announcements tomorrow, so I'll have to fill him in on exactly how this all is gonna go down, and how these are going to all kind of tie in together. These announcements will. They're all gonna tie in together. Okay. So now we're gonna do Community Day. I'm gonna take the effect off of this one, and it's just gonna be normal. Okay. Can get rid of this picture. Sky, I guess. I think I'm gonna take the effect off that one too. I like that. And then for this one, I think we'll do just black letters, I think. No. Blue. There we go. That looks better. And then for this one, I want this to be the same color. Okay. So, Community Day. After church. Actually, we'll just do September 13th. After church. Actually, no. Just Sunday, September 13th. I'm going to do Sunday, September 13th. Okay. And then I want to do a bullet list this way. And then dogs. And so what we're doing, so our town does a September Fest every year, which is a just a community day in the park. It's like a fair. So we have a parade in the morning, and then all the different businesses from around town set up booths. There's also a bunch of food vendors. There's also a bunch of art vendors and homemade products and stuff like that, kind of like a market sale. And then there's a bunch of rides and everything, and then at the end of the night, oh, and like live music, and then at the end of the night they have fireworks. So it's a full day event. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but a lot of fun. And our church takes part in it every year to get our name out and to give back to the community as well by providing prayer and free bottles of water on the day of, because it can be hot out there still in September. And then this year, what we're going to do is we're going to give out flyers and inviting everyone to come out for a community day at our church the next day, where they'll come and take part in the service. And then after church, we're going to do free hot dogs and lemonade in the parking lot. We're going to do like, you know, music, like DJ style, like not DJ, it'll be like a playlist or whatever, but have like some music outside playing. And we're going to have a dunk tank where people get the opportunity to dunk some of our speakers in our church. So like my dad, the pastor, and maybe some other different like leaders in the church and stuff like that. So it'll be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Are you making fun of me, Jovi? My bird sounds like she's making fun of me. And then, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So we're gonna have visitors, free hot dogs, lemonade, and dunk tank. Music. And dance performances by DCC kids. Okay. So yeah. And then I'm gonna go to elements and I'm gonna type in I'm gonna do hot dogs. Graphics. I don't know what kind of style I want to do with this. Probably like this one. Dunk tank. Perfect. Probably something like this. Maybe we'll have some like yard games too. Probably do that. Probably be able to do a few yard games out there. That'll be cool actually. Dance. Kids dance. I thought I erased that. And then we'll do lemonade. If I could spell lemonade. And like I'm okay with them kind of layering up a little. I want this one to come forward. Like that. And then this one, I want it forward. this over, this down. We have these kind of pushed over a little. And then this, not that, this, kind of have that here. And we can put that backwards a little bit. No, bring it forward. There we go. Like that. And put it up a little. I think this needs to come down a bit. And this can come over like that. Yeah, I think that's good. All right. Download this page. Download. Okay. Now we can actually add these in. So let's pull up media and I'm gonna put it in this folder. Finder. And oh shoot, I need to change the name of these. Cancel. Finder. Not that one. This one. Rename. Roadside Prayer. September Fest 26. And we'll put it in here. And then we'll, what's this one? Okay, and then we'll rename this one to Parade 26. And rename Community 26. Alright. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna have this here. I want this here and this here. Alright, so then I think the very last thing we need to do now is just edit our announcement slides. So we'll go to Stage Editor again. Oh, we have our new series too, but we'll do this first. Okay, first thing is September Fest. Roadside Prayer. And then I'll change this to white. Alright. Sign up for a time slot downstairs. And then we'll make this one Parade. Sign up to decorate or walk downstairs. Three will be last thing, it's a lot. Oh, I forgot. I can't do that on here. I always forget it's a Mac, so you can't do the copy and paste normal settings. Okay, this will say new series. This is going to be 4. And then we'll change this to white. Unsung Heroes. Starts next week. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot. But it fits. It fits. Okay. The last thing we have to do now is that Unsung Heroes, the new series that we have starting next week. So we will put that. It's going to be in our homepage, projects. I have started it already. It's here. Unsung Heroes, and then I'll duplicate this page to make our announcement. So I think I can title this page and then I won't have to rename it. Promo. Unsung Heroes. Okay. And then duplicate this. I want it to say new series. Starting August. That up here. The effects, I want it to glow. And then I'm going to put our logo. So folders, logos, we'll do white. And I usually just take the name out and just put the logo. Make this smaller. It's too big. And we do it just like that. Alright, cool. Then I can just download that. This page. PNG. Download. And then I can just go to Finder, downloads, it's going to be in the wrong spot, but it's okay. That'll go last. Okay. So now when we hit this and we go back to our confidence monitor view, this is what's going to show on the back screen. So that the person doing announcements will be able to read it just like that. All right. And that is just about it. Okay. So that was it. I'm going to end stream here. Thank you guys. Thanks for anyone that came in and watched. I really appreciate it. Or if you're catching the VOD later. But thank you very much. I hope everyone has a great weekend and a great church service tomorrow, wherever you worship. So just thank you again for being here, and I hope you guys have a great week. All right, thank you, and bye-bye.